Today I'm going to show you how to make vampire fangs 4 different ways so you can choose the best option for you. And stay tuned till the end because I'll tell you which method I think is the best. We're going to start off relatively easy, at least as far as crafting level goes. For the first set of fangs, you're going to need some press-on nails and some denture cream. Yeah, yummy. You also want some scissors and some sandpaper or a nail file. To make these fangs, choose a pair of nails that will fit over your canine teeth. To find your canine tooth, it's your third tooth over from the middle. They're these pointy ones, the sharp ones for biting and ripping and tearing. And when I say easy as far as crafting skills, these are pretty easy. Basically, you're going to take your nail and you're going to trim it with your scissors to make one end of them pointy. Nails, not these nails, the fake nails. Don't cut your own nails to make them look like fangs. That would hurt. Quick tip is if you stack the nails when you cut them, they'll end up being the same size. Then take some sandpaper or ironically a nail file and file the edges so they are less sharp. This is a good time as well to adjust the shape of the fang to your liking. To apply the fangs to your teeth, you'll need some denture adhesive, some denture cream for this. I struggled so much with this next part and honestly had a really hard time getting these to stick to my teeth and actually stay stuck on my teeth. So here are a few pointers I learned in my struggles to help you. Make sure your teeth and gums are really dry. Only use a small amount of the denture cream. Sand the inside of the fang to help the denture cream adhere to it. And try to make your fangs not too long so you can at least close your mouth part of the way. I tried multiple times to get these fangs to work, and when I finally did, they just didn't seem like they would stand the test of time. Not what we want for a vampire. Next, I tried to make fangs out of straws. I honestly don't even want to show you how to make these because I don't think they're very good for your gums. And not to mention, plastics, single-use plastics like plastic straws are impossible to find now, so these might even be just impossible for you to make anyway. I happened to discover some long-lost plastic straws in the back of a kitchen drawer. They've probably been there since the Dark Ages. For this technique, you'll want a pair of scissors and a plastic straw. Cut off about 2 inches from the end of one of the straws. It helps if your straw is completely white. The straws I found were not. They were just yellow and red stripy ones, probably from McDonald's eons ago. When you have your 2 inches of straw, you're going to fold that piece in half. At the folded end, cut off a triangle off each side to make a point. Then you can unfold this piece and pull the 2 halves apart. Cut off the back side of each fang, then trim the top to fit over your tooth, and cut slits down the side of the straw. These fangs are supposed to slide on over top of your canine teeth. Might just be me. I struggled with this and they just kept falling out of my face. So yeah, and when I did kind of get them to fit, they really hurt my mouth. They hurt my gums and they just didn't even look as good as the fake nails. So they may also make your gums bleed, so use at your own risk. Or just don't. That's probably the best option, is to just not use them. Out of 10, 0. Do not recommend. Next, I use thermoplastic pellets to make fangs. Along with some thermoplastic pellets, you'll need a bowl and some hot water. Fill your bowl with hot water and toss in some of the pellets. You'll know they are ready to use when they change color from white to clear and start to clump together. The key to this is that you will need less of the thermoplastic than you think. Oh, and be careful not to burn yourself. They will be hot. This technique took more skill than the first 2 types of fangs, and it took me a little bit to get that technique right. But after some frustrating trial and errors, I managed to make a fang. Some takeaways from this are, use less material than you think. Make a small ball or fang-shaped piece with a little tiny bit of the material. press the soft thermoplastic up over your tooth and then bite down. Biting down allows it to mold to your teeth better. Then you're going to quickly shape your fang. Then leave the thermoplastic on your tooth until it dries completely. Don't worry if you mess up, you can always soften the thermoplastic in the hot water and try again. This technique might take you a few tries to get just right or the way you want it, but after you made a pair of fangs from the thermoplastics, they're easy to take off and put back on and reuse them at a later date, whenever you like. They're kind of awesome in that sense. Like, these are some I made, and you can still just pop them in. There's no prep for this either. Like, I don't have to dry my tooth or anything or put anything gooey on here. That's the wrong tooth. The hardest part is matching it up to the correct side. And then they just slide over. The last type of fangs I tried to make are from dental wax. These are great if you have braces and still want to wear fangs. Dental wax is used if you have braces. In my understanding, if you have any kind of sharp bits on the braces, you can put it over that sharp bit so it doesn't dig into your gums on the other side. So it's a little bit of protective material for that. So in this way, I think if you have braces, this is probably the best option for you. Similar to the thermoplastics, these require a bit of skill and patience to get right. I finally got these ones to work for me by treating the wax as if it was going to be a cap that was going to be put on the bottom of my tooth. I also found it worked way better if I dried my tooth and gum really well before application. Then I took a small amount of the wax and stuck it to the bottom of my canine, then slowly molded the wax around my tooth. Biting together again ensures a proper fit. And then I was able to mold the tip of the fang. Like I said, this took some practice and patience to get right, and I tried a bunch of times and failed before I kind of got it right. So if you're trying any of these and you're frustrated because it just isn't working, just keep trying. You will get it. So which one of the techniques did I like the best? Hands down, the thermoplastics were the best option. They do have a weird sort of taste from them. I'm not gonna lie about that with the thermoplastics. So that's also a thing, but you're not eating them. If you're concerned about plastics in your mouth, probably not the best option for you, but then again, you're probably not cosplaying as a vampire. The thermoplastics I found were the best, especially for reusability. Not only did the thermoplastics look the best in the end and stayed on the best, but they were also the best for reusability. I said the best a lot of times there. They did take a little bit of finagling to get just right, and I feel like I'd like to try to make them again to see if I can make a better pair. But once they were made, they were easy to pop out and pop back in whenever I wanted, as I have demonstrated, and will do so again. Because they're molded to your teeth, they will actually stay in, even when talking. And that's the other thing. You can actually talk while wearing these. It sounds like you have cotton balls shoved up between your teeth and your gums, but you can actually talk. I wouldn't recommend any of these for small children, by the way. But if you're making some as a teen or as an adult, thermoplastics are definitely the way to go. At least in my brief experience trying to make these. I do wonder though if you could dye them, any of these really, with some food coloring to make them better match the color of your teeth. I might need to dye mine with a bunch of coffee or tea or something else. And if you want to make some fake blood to really impress your friends on Halloween, watch this video next. My name is Pam and this is Total Pamerky, the craft channel with a little spooky anarchy. Until next time, bye.